A lot of the value that I received from the coaching relationship working with David really stems from my shift from being a manager to having the role of a CEO and president. Um, that transition, it's a fairly large jump, and uh, and the fact that it's a responsibility that's carrying 365. It wasn't just something that I could leave at the end of the day and go home and not think about. But I found that being in leadership, that was something that was new to me. That ongoing feeling responsibility on a 365, 24/7 basis, and so. Uh, that shift was very, very important for me. And so the value out of that was really making the adjustment, um, not just understanding my technical role, but understanding how to manage the pressures of that and the expectations that I had on myself, and and being able to move from kind of the technical aspects of the role to be much more about um, the systems and the people side of the business, whether it be emphasis on empathy or humility or some of the other things that will often are missed when you're in the junior levels of an organization. You know, some of the reasons I would actually recommend Dave to others is what I really appreciated is drawing from his range of experiences, and his experiences as a chief executive himself in the past, but also the deep research behind his thoughts. Uh, Many people who are in that write about leadership or coach leadership have not necessarily been in that position before. They've done lots of research about it. They've read a lot themselves and have some wonderful thoughts and opinions. But what really was comforting for me is to see somebody who's been there and could confidently say, "You're going to get through this, Collin." So that's been very important to me. In terms of the how the coaching has supported my abilities to grow and as well as build leaders around myself. It's really been about helping me realign my priorities, setting goals, focusing on building towards performance, and while also being sure that we have the right systems in place, not to build walls for people, but to support them. And that's something that having that responsibility, be able to navigate that from a personal perspective, and um, while I'm managing the other things in my life. So I think that's something that supported me. We've had David support some of the other leaders in my organization, as many of my frontline managers were also newer to this kind of leadership role for themselves. Um, a major insight that I would suggest that has supported growth has really been on the personal side of it. Being a leader has had a deeper, more profound emotional pull than I was expecting. And, as we work hard to try to be empathetic, be more vulnerable leaders, as people are looking for people who are authentic in their leadership style, there is an emotional toll that can occur as well. And leaders really need to be able to refill their buckets and refill their wells, and to be able to be systematic in my approach. And so a lot of our conversations has really helped me in that. A person I think could really benefit from working with Dave. Um, uh, there's a range of styles that he's able to work with, but again, it's not just his experience. He's got a tremendous amount founded on really solid research, and is able to apply research, but in a way that he can also draw from the experiences that he's had in these in really serious organizations of various sizes. So again, I've really appreciated that, and I would encourage somebody who is looking for coaching to consider working with Logie and David Smith.